political identity politics, identity politics. Who you show up as in America. Don't mind me, I'm kind of cold in my room. I'm cozy, you feel me? I'm cozy, you feel me? I'm cozy, all right? Oh, that's the dishwasher. I'm tripping. I'm like, what the fuck? So, I got a lot of things to say, but I'm gonna just keep it brief. It's a deeper, darker, okay? The truth about interracial dating, this is surface level. It's easy to blame white women. It's easy to blame black men. It's easy. We see it put on TV. We see it put on media. Stick a pin in that media. We see it basically blasted over us. But if we're going to be honest, the actual research is that we marry each other at an exorbitant high rate. I think men marry black men marry black women at a 80 to 85% rate. Black women would marry black men at a 90% rate. And some people will say, well, what about that 20% for the men? The 15 to 20% for the men? Well, if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it, right? So, I don't know if you know, but I'm sure you're tired of hearing this. 70%, you know that? You know what I'm about to do. 60 to 70% of all women initiate divorce. Now, some may say, well, they're initiating divorce because the men are shit. Men are trash, right? It's a little bit deeper, darker. It's a little bit deeper, darker because it goes back to the media. It goes back to seeing so many supermen online. Supermen, whether they, got the abs, got the cars, got the houses, got the jewelry, got the lifestyle. Shit, even sometimes got the little mini man, the package. You feel me? The whole package. You feel me? Pause for the niggas in the back. But I'm just keeping it a buck. So when you see the media, well, as a woman, I would think that when you see a lot of women that are online and they see the media and they see how their lives could be, we see it all the time. The housewives, all that shit. Those women have exorbitantly fruitful lives. Now, I don't know about healthy. I don't know about abundant, but fruitful. Like they have so much that they can't do. Like they're tired. They're literally bored with what they have. You know what I mean? And I'm sure you hear time and time again where women will be, I wanted to be a stay-at-home wife. Then I became a stay-at-home wife and realized this shit sucks. This shit sucks. It's boring. It's mundane. I have duties. I have responsibilities. If I'm gonna be I've literally heard stay-at-home wives become stay-at-home wives when they wanted it and then switch their mind and be like, no, I don't want this. I don't want this life anymore. I want to actually get back in the field. I want to actually go back to work. I had a purpose. I had a life. Rightfully so, right? But it's like, this is the life that the media has professed to them. Now, again, Antonio speaks, he's speaking on the surface level shit. Like, he's speaking on the aspect of this is a thing with black men and this is a thing with white women. Hey, it is. It is. But that's just a small percentage. That's just a small percentage. I think that what the eyes should be on is the aspect of the divorce rate. And that's with all women. Okay? That's the first thing. Because unless he's just talking about dating, which it says interracial dating, are we dating to have fun? If we're just dating to have fun, then this don't matter. If a black man's preference is to have a white woman because he hate black women, I don't want that type of man marrying a black woman. Keep him on the dating field. Leave him the fuck alone. But I think that a lot of black people get mad and angry at those type of black men when it's kind of like, if they excommunicate themselves, why are you getting mad? They literally are saying, I don't want to be with y'all. Cool. Stay your ass over there. You feel me? Now, this goes with the aspect of black men that hate black women and choose to marry outside. I'm not talking about the black men that actually love black women and they just so happen to fall in love with a white woman. That happens. That just how happens. Speaking of, stick a pin in that. My personal belief is that I don't think that a lot of women, not just black women, but black women, Asian women, Spanish women, like they having something in China or Japan where there's a epidemic where there's not enough babies And it's not like this Trump shit. It really is a serious epidemic where there's not enough babies and there are not enough marriages in some of these countries. You understand what I mean? It literally is a birth crisis. And that's a whole, like, thank God we don't have those type of issues, but it's slowly getting there. Because going back to marriage, people are not getting married. It's dating. We're dating. We're just dating to have fun. And me personally, when I first fell in love, I'm not gonna hold you. I was pretty beta. I was pretty beta. I'm not gonna hold you. I was pretty, I'm just gonna tell you this. The main thing that stuck with me with the aspect of the first girl I fell in love with, I realized that she only wanted to fuck with me because I guess I was just something to do. The second girl, she only took my virginity because, nigga, you a virgin. And I just wanted to take your shit. The third situation when I fell in love, chick at work, and I was like crying about some shit. And I get it, worst mistake, but I was still a child. I was still in the teenager, not realizing that you can't do certain shit around women, certain women. Calm down, feminists. But I exposed myself in my situation that I got going on at home, and they was like, bro, if you don't get your fuck off my phone, I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know what the fuck to do. So as I grow older, you start to realize that, okay, I'm going about this wrong. Something's not right. It's not just the emotions factor. It's not just the aspect of falling in love factor. It's not even the factor of I want to be married to you factor. It's all of those combined. Okay. And when you're going into the dating field, what are you dating for? Because truth be told, a lot of men have realized that a lot of women are just dating to fuck. Sorry, that's brand new news to a lot of women, but a lot of men have realized due to women going online and professing what they do, how they do it, what they think about, how they think about it in the most unhealthy ways, mind you. We see the men that are married to women. We see the women that are married to men. We see the initiation of divorce being at 70% for women. We see the aspects of men actually being good men, doing what they need to do, even when they have a horrible woman. And y'all know how the Bible goes. Basically, having a fucking unruly woman. I'm paraphrasing, but having an unruly woman, they say in the Bible, having an unruly woman is like the bane of a man's existence. You know what I mean? But that's if it's a married woman, right? So again, this is dating. Truth be told, we gonna watch this, but it's like, this is dating. They can listen, if they got their fetishes, they doing what they supposed to be doing. Just fucking. Literally. That's the thing about fetishes. I'm gonna make sure I do the research on what this fetish. We're gonna actually look. That will come from either sexist, racist, parents, be it sometimes both. On both sides, be it man or woman, white man, white woman or black woman, right? Because he's gonna be talking about black and white dynamic. But if they're fetishizing each other, yeah, interracial dating. What are you dating? That's the real question we should be asking. The deeper, darker to this shit is nobody's getting married. Well, people are getting married. Clearly, don't kill me for that generalization, but it's a very low amount. Okay, it's not as high as it used to be, right? And we can also talk about the aspect of getting married in this economy. Like, you can't even take on a dog. There's so many dogs that was going back to the pound in Atlanta because dog food costs $60 to $80, and that's groceries. You feel me? So again, what are we doing, dog? Like, what are we truly doing? And I'm just talking about the aspect of black men and black women. What are we doing? Are we in this together or are we not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are we in this or are we not? Because it seems to me that a lot of people just be like, shit, they playing, I'm gonna play too. You know what I mean? And don't get it wrong. Good or bad, you're both right. Whether you feel like it's good or bad, both answers are right. Whether you feel whoever's, you know what I mean, making the decision. Because it's just a form of protection to make sure that they are able to assess the environment. You can ask people to be like, don't have sex with nobody ever until you get married. But that's just not realistic. Let's just keep it a buck. It's not realistic. But with that being said, it's just a matter of what are we dating for? Now, he's going to give us a few of his views on it. And again, it's going to be a lot of inflammatory remarks from either white women or black men, which is weird because this is truth be told, this is a part of the rage baiting. You know what I mean? It gets you to click, it gets you to talk about it. And hey, I want to talk about it because I think it's an aspect of a lot of black men get the brunt as if we're not doing the work to try to like mend us as a community. I think that those 15 to 20% of black men that marry outside of blackness are still trying to get married, not date. You understand what I mean? So it's the deeper, darker aspect of, yes, women get married at a 90%, but it's still 30% of black women that divorce. And that's higher than all races of women. You understand what I mean? Now, I'm going to be empathetic to the aspect of, yes, it could be abuse. Yes, it could be an aspect of the person is not smart enough. I'm just going to keep it a buck. This is what women have said. This is the media aspect. I divorced this man because he is not up to par in either my finances, in either my intelligence, emotional intelligence, that word thing. Like if she's done all the fucking work for both of them, if that's the case, hey, that's your thing. Why did you get married to him? I just don't understand why you would marry a man without emotional intelligence. But nobody asked those questions. Emotional intelligence, finances, or another one, which all men kind of fear. She don't fuck with me because my dick's small. She can't be my money. She know I got the money. She know I got the intelligence, but I can't please her. Or she's just unruly in general. Like she just don't want to be ruled, which is the case. If that's the case for you, then you just got to find a man that's okay with you being the queen pin, you know, which is going to be, again, like that selection of men. It's going to be the men that you want. Let me say that. Because I don't think that naturally a woman wants a man that, unless she's like a pig pen or some shit. That's a whole nother thing. Feminism has got this shit fucked because there's so many. It's literally, it feels as though, and I'm not sure if I'm using the word right, but there feels as though it's intersectionality even in marriage. And that's fucking crazy. Let me make sure I'm using that word the right way. Because that's what it feels like. You let a lot of the women tell it. It is literally intersectionality even in marriage. Intersectionality is a framework of understanding how different aspects of a person's identity, such as race, gender, class, sexual orientation, combine to create unique experiences of discrimination and privilege. Yes. It recognizes that these complex overlapping systems of oppression, disadvantage, that are not simply the sum of their parts. Oppression. You understand what I mean by I said intersectionality? Oppression and disadvantage. A lot of women will literally marry in that aspect of they feel as though they are being oppressed by the man that they're married or disadvantaged by them. And there's some men that literally be like, yes, I am a part of the oppression and disadvantage. And I have to, if that's the case, dog, don't marry her then. Why would you marry somebody that feels as though they're being oppressed by you? I just can't fucking fathom that shit. Because that literally leads into divorce. What are we? 1 + 1 = 2. That's neither here nor there. We're gonna actually watch the video. I just wanted to say that real quick, a brief, because a lot of this is clickbaity. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I feel like a lot of these videos that he puts in there pokes fun at both black men, and the aspect of all black men want is, well, some black men, some meaning a good majority, wants white women. I'm gonna let them play.
In fact, it was only 50 years ago, June 12, 1967, interracial marriage was legalized by the Supreme Court decision in Loving versus Virginia. Now in 2025, we see interracial couples on a daily, Hispanic and blacks together, Asian and whites together, but the most common and the one we're going to be highlighting in today's video, black and white relationships. Now I want to say this first and foremost, love who you love, but keywords, love. I feel like most of these interracial relationships, especially the black and white ones, are founded off of Fetishization. God damn. And this is just something that has always happened in history. The hypersexualization of black men and women.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you say you like black men, but the only thing you like about them is the stereotype of a BBC, you do not like them. You fetishize them. If you say you like black women, but the...
Hear me out. Hear me out. Let me. I'm gonna say it. Black women do it too. Black women do it too. Now, be it's not them doing it outside their race, but black women want a nigga with something. You feel me? Something. Like something. And that's just what it is. Now, there's some niggas that I know that be like, fuck it, at least I got my nut. Like, fuck that. Like, she want a nigga that's fucking horse dick and shit. At least I got my nut. Pause. I'm sorry, but pause. But yes, what black women do it too. I'm gonna be that nigga that say black women do the BBC thing too. I'm not literally calling it that, but pause again. But black women want a nigga that got something. I hate that I'm gonna be the one to say it, but I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna be the nigga that say that, because I think that it's an aspect of, again, if you got the money, right? You got a good family. You could with you nice to your mom. You even if you have kids from another woman, like they like what? I promise you, okay? If you not hitting on nothing, if you not hitting, I know that there are some women out there that are okay with the 5 and below, the 7 and below. I get y'all, but y'all don't understand the amount. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that because this is gonna go somewhere completely different. There is a lot of women that want a nigga with something. It's kind of like the Kevin Samuels shit where it's like, what she get? She get a fat fucker, and she get a fat fucker, no job, no school, and she don't even get a big dick. She don't even get a big dick. Pause. But that's the truth. Like, it's a thing. I know that black women don't want to say it, but black women will want a nigga with something. Just gonna keep it a buck. So as much as black women say that if you're black women fetishize black men too, I promise you. Okay, there's certain things that I'd be like, I'm not willing to do that. Okay, with this over here. Okay, you trying to put this thing everywhere. Ain't nobody got time for that. It's good to love on me, but you like my meat. The fuck?
Only thing you like about us is the stereotype of a big butt. You do not like us. You fetishize us. We are people. We are not sex objects. We have thoughts, feelings, emotions, great conversation. We are not here for your sexual enjoyment.
We're going to start this video off by talking about the black man and white woman combo. A lot of the times when these white women get with black men, it's either for
You see why I'm making sure that I did that whole diatribe before this? Because black men, the problem, white women, the problem. And when it's really a deeper, darker, not saying that there aren't any black men and white women that are a problem, but there's deeper, darker. It's an aspect of some men that actually do. I think about the aspect of Childish Gambino. They was getting on his ass. He made the This Is America, right? I was about to say We Are America. This Is America video. And they was getting in on his ass when they realized, oh, he married to a whole white woman, got kids and everything. I remember having a conversation with this, even myself, my mom was telling me, I just see you with an Asian woman. I see you with an Asian woman because you like all this Japanese art and anime. And I'm like, I mean, that's not my, I thought about it, but I was like, maybe they don't understand my culture and the way I talk and my dialect. And even that, I couldn't imagine bringing an Asian woman to your ass. Bringing an Asian woman to your fucking sailor mouth, unruly. She is unruly, but she's a sweet woman. My mama's a sweet woman, but she got some shit on her. she got some what do you got? She got some stripes. She earned her stripes. That's all I'm gonna say. But I don't think that the culture of Asian culture and black culture would mix very well unless I get to know that other family. And even that, it's kind of like, I don't want them to be smiling in my face and kind of behind closed doors. They like, You know what I mean? Them type of people. You feel me? Like, so, yes, of course I thought about that. But it's like, I was, even while she was saying that, I was still in my mind, I'm going to marry a black woman. You understand what I mean? So even the aspect of, as a child, I was in the aspect of, I want to be with a black woman. There's still the environment, media, descriptions of how I should show up in this world as a black man. It wasn't, I'll say this, it wasn't positive a lot of the times. It was more so the aspect of, you are the problem a good majority of the time. You are the problem. You ain't shit. Even when you are shit, you still up to some shit. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. And it's like you hear that constantly as a black man. Say less. I can see people saying, say less. I'm going to go ahead and pack my bags. Go ahead and go to the other people. I can see that happening. When in fact, the data shows that black men marry at 80, 85% to black women exorbitantly. Even with that 30%, 30+% of black women divorcing black men. I'm just saying. It's not that, the numbers. Even with the numbers, black men are still marrying y'all because we love y'all. We love y'all. And as much as this type of media is out there basically adding fuel to the fire of the dynamic of other races, we should talk about the aspect of what's going on. Good point to reference you as Media Man. Media Man talks about the statistics and the data within marriages, because there's people like Antonio Speaks that speaks on the aspect of the exorbitant, like a big amount of, all these black men. I'm not going to see a big amount, but all these black men are going to the white women and all they think about it. What y'all see maybe on media. Yeah. But a lot of the times it's kind of like an aspect of, if a man is going to marry, first of all, I don't know no black man that want to marry a black woman. That want to marry a black woman, marries a white woman and is all out there. Most of the men that you see on them platforms that's all out there with a white woman, I promise you, those are the men that you dodged the bullet, black women. That's a good thing. He is out of your hair. He's not even in the dating market. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. I think it's the other way. It's even the same the other way around, to be honest with you. I think I see a lot of black women that marry white men, and it is an aspect of, it's a trophy, you know what I mean? Rather than it's love. It's just my personal opinion on seeing some of the stuff that I see on media, social media. It's more so like it's a trophy. And black women, you need to do the same thing type of thing. You know what I mean? Like that type of energy. And it's very nasty. It's very cruel. It's very disingenuous, and it's fucked up. But again, rage baiting is definitely a thing, and it gets clicks, it gets views, it gets numbers, it gets likes. You understand me?
3 reasons. It's the fetish aspect, the rebellion aspect, or true love.
Hey guys, today I'm here with
Riley
and
Talia.
Okay guys, the question today is, why do you guys love black guys?
Oh, BBC.
Once you go black, you never go back. This was just a saying to me until I experienced it myself firsthand.
I think that the black man and the white woman just liked each other. Y'all want to know why we like y'all's black men? Because they not y'all's black men.
And the accent is killing me right now. It's kind of like giving me the Nina Lynn shit. That's all I'm going to say about that.
They're not. You don't know shit. Way back in the day. Since we gotta go way back there. You know how we were separated and there was some still sneaky stuff going on, right? But as things evolved, got better, we started to mingle together, and that made a lot of us white and black folk happy. It did. And then we got to mingle together even more, and I think that the black man,
I think she's off. Y'all think she's off? I think she's off. I'm not gonna hold you. Either she's off or she's definitely rage baiting. But it could be both. You know what I mean? Two things could be right at once.
and the white woman just liked each other.
Now I want to get into the rebellious aspect. Most of these white men do not want their daughters talking to black men. And if you're a white person, I'm pretty sure we know those conversations y'all parents have had with y'all. Now a lot of white kids get into that rebellious phase in their life. 16, 17, 18, they don't want to listen to their parents. And to give them the middle finger, they go find them a black person to talk to. And this is where things get rocky, because say she gets pregnant, there's no connection, there is no understanding of each other's culture. So this is where we get into the topic of biracial with the white mom. This topic was trending on TikTok lately, and it was just stating how you can tell the difference between a biracial kid with a black mom versus a white mom.
Whether or not you other half-breeds want to digest it and understand it and take accountability for it is the fact that having a white mom is different than having a black mom, socially and psychologically. When people say that mixed kids with black moms are different than mixed kids with white moms, they're talking about the fact that mixed kids with black moms typically tend to not grow up to be coons and color it.
Now, excuse me, somebody was, give me a minute. Why the fuck it stop? Give me a minute. I don't know what that's about. But I wanted to basically state that somebody was talking about, I think it was Young Don Reacts. He was talking about in his video, he did a review of this as well. But my sentiments are a little bit different because, again, it's the aspect of semblance, right? So she says half-breeds. I think in that she was talking about mixed white and black type shit. And then she said that basically the moms is basically the real cause of the coonish behavior. And I think Young Don Reacts was basically saying that, yes, the white mom would be more so wanting to see semblance of their child and basically have their child latch on to the mother. And that may just make sense, right? But it's like when this world treats you as though you're black, even if it's an inkling of blackness on you, whether it be your nose, your face, your lips, your hair. Like sometimes it's not even none of that. It's just your hair. You literally will look like a white person, and all you need your hair. Why you got an afro? Like why you got a curly afro? And you can look white as hell. It's the most craziest shit. I've seen it before multiple times on both women and men. Be pale as hell, but got literally a black afro. But sometimes it's the other way around. White hair, like silky, long, wavy hair. And the features on the face is just totally blackness. You know what I mean? The phenotypes, I guess. I think that's the word. I'm gonna let her finish.
Racist white people raise a daughter. That daughter decides to then become rebellious. But what does she do as an act of rebellion? She goes and sits on top of a black peon. The issue is she then makes a baby. But before the baby gets here, she has not done the work to get rid of the inherent racism that she has inside of herself.
No, but can we talk about how us biracial folks, that's me, with white moms, can be the most problematic, because a lot of times our white mothers will expect us to take on identities that reflect their own, because the sacrifice of motherhood is so severe that they kind of want their biracial black presenting children to reflect their white experience.
It's like I didn't fit in with nobody. I was constantly fighting. So
did your mother have those conversations with you about how to fit in with black boys?
She didn't know how to.
That's my fucking point.
So, but I didn't listen to her. My mama's only response to everything is y'all better stick together. If your brother fight, you better fight. So we're constantly fighting, and then I'm getting my ass whooped.
He sounds like he from the South, and that happens a lot in the South too because of the aspect of the dynamics between race. You know what I mean? It happens in black families too. Like, I remember my grandmother was talking about the aspect of how she was like the black sheep because of her darker skin. You know what I mean? And all the other children was like mixed with Indian, Native American. It happens in even those dynamics. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. Even in those dynamics.
I'm fighting, but mama, you told me don't let him talk to me like that. He called me white. I'm not white. Well, you are. No, the fuck I'm not. The little white kid called me a nasty name or whatever. Well, why you getting mad at them? But just overlook it. I can't overlook it. I can't overlook no white boy calling me a N-word. I can't overlook that, mama.
And just even in America, going by the traditional household, the man is out working and the woman is home taking care of the kid. The white mom, she has her white mother. Her white mother has a white man. So it's like she's just going to instinctively go by the white standards. A lot of these black men that go for these white women, they kind of suppress their blackness to cater to her. Some of the times, the black men actually want that. They want to distance themselves from their blackness. So like,
I'm not gonna hold you. That's a thing. That's a thing because I've done it. Okay, I have dated a white woman and not so much suppress my blood. I guess, yeah, because what I just told you, I'm not taking you back to my mother. We're dating. I thought about that, and I thought about the aspect of, I don't want to see your father. You already told me how that nigga move. We're dating. You feel me? So again, dating for what? Dating for what? Dating to fuck? Or dating for marriage? You understand what I mean? What's the true purpose of black men and black women? To be getting together. And a lot of the times, a lot of black men are realizing, I'm not needed. I'm not necessary. And that's okay. That's okay that I'm not necessary. For all of the black feminists in the back. Oh, here he go. Another insecure man. No, that's okay that I'm not necessary. I actually appreciate that. But I thought that love superseded my usefulness of being a tool in a relationship. I thought love superseded that. I mean, the slaves got together and got married. They ain't have shit. They ain't have shit. And they stayed together. Again, the numbers are 80%, 80 to 85% black men are married to black women. 90 to 93, maybe 94% of black women. It's still high. We love each other. Usually we marry each other. Now, that divorce rate do need to be talked about if we're going to talk about what's going on with black men and that 20%. If you really want to get down to the nitty gritty of that 20% of black men saying, we're just going to do what we do and get on where we get on, that needs to be talked about when it comes to the aspect of why are black women getting divorced at such a high rate. And we can talk about the media, no fault divorce. Yes, we can also talk about abuse when it comes to domestic violence. But when we talk about abuse and domestic violence, we also need to talk about IPV, intimate partner violence, and bilateral domestic abuse. Bilateral meaning both sides contribute to the abuse. We just seen it with Haley and DDG. As much as people want to be on Haley's side, she did a lot of crazy shit. Same thing with Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. Again, a lot of shit that should not have been done before the connection happened. We have to talk about the whole thing and not just what black men did. That's disingenuous to the conversation. You understand what I mean? So I think that the interracial thing, I have another video up on my page. The interracial thing is a deeper, darker. And this surface level, like with what we see on media, everybody sees this. Everybody knows this story. Yes, black men are more than likely than black women to go and date outside their race. But just by a tad bit, maybe 5 to 7%. That's not a like exorbitant amount percentage. It's about 5 to 7% because black women, we see the amount of black women that marry a white man or Asian man, and I love that for them. I love that for them. Some of it do look disingenuous. Don't get it twisted. But I do love the aspects of me seeing literally out on the street black women that are in love with a white man or an Asian man. I'd be like, damn, bro, I be loving the Asians. I don't know what that is. I think it's the aspect of that dynamic. Seeing an Asian man with a black woman. I don't know what that's about, but it's like that really has to be love right there. I don't know what it is, because I know that there are some Asian people that be doing the whole fetishizing shit too. And some, the Nina Lynn situations where some will actually try to actualize blackness in their persona, which is a whole nother thing. If that's the case, no. What I usually see is aspects of genuine love, and that's pretty dope. You know what I mean? Even the Latino, how about to say Mexican, even the Latino people, Latino men marrying black women, actually, it hits different. I don't know what that's about. It does hit different. I fuck with that. But when it comes to black men, black women, be careful on what resources you read into or look into when it comes to the truth, quote unquote, about interracial dating. This is just surface level. The truth is behind the numbers. Again, Medium Man and shit like that. The truth is behind the numbers, because you know what else we could talk about is how is it that I think 60 to 64% of black women are with children compared to the 50 that is not, 40 to 50 that's not. as far as 40 and 50% men, let's do some research. I just want to make sure I'm clear. So give me a minute. All right. So basically, the recent data shows that about 61% of black women aged 15 to 49 have children, whereas around 46% of black men in the same age group are fathers, which have children. So it's like you got to think about the aspect of 61% of our women are having children to that 46% of men. It's not 60-60, it's 60-40. That's, you know what I mean? Like that means that within that 46 is close to 60% of black men that don't have children. I'm one of them, but within that, and I'm also within that field, 15 to 49. Now, as they get older, it starts to basically, because, you know, once you get older, you start to actually meet some people, but it's like 50 to about 80. They said 50 to 80. By the time they reach their 40s, these numbers become closer, with 87% of black women and 81% of black men having children. This highlights that overall, a higher percentage of black women tend to have children compared to black men in that same age range. Again, dating for what? Dating for what? Are we trying to get married, or are we just trying to fuck? If we trying to just fuck, let's say that. Just say that. But dating for what? That's all I wanted to say. I'm gonna link the video in the description. You know how I do. I'll link the video in the description, even if I disagree or don't agree with everything they said. Antonio Speaks. Check him out. But make sure you be careful, black women, on who you're listening to with the quote unquote true. Even myself, I don't have the truth. I'm just giving you data that's given to all of us. Numbers don't lie. Don't get it twisted. Numbers don't lie, but it's always the aspect of what questions should you ask. It's not about the question you ask. It's about what questions should you ask in certain situations. Like, the context matters, and the devil is always in the details. You feel me? The devil is always in the details. So yes, you may ask a question. It may be a surface level question, but ask a more pertinent question about your situation specifically. You know what I mean? Like, interracial dating is always going to be a thing. It's never going away. Like, that doesn't help black men and black women. You know what I mean? I mean, let me say, the discussion of how interracial dating can be harmful to us doesn't help us, because if a man or a woman is going to choose outside their race, I think that it would be safe to say that maybe they wasn't going to choose you in the first place anyway. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Maybe they wasn't going to choose you in the first place anyway. So it's just like, it is what it is. They chose them. So cool. But with that being said, the real question is, what am I in this dating field for? Do I want to be married to a black man? And why do I want to be married? Why do I want to be married in general? And then why do I want to be married to a black man? That's the real questions you should be asking. Maybe I might put that as the title. Like that, we so gone. We so fucking gone as a fucking society, but like that, we gone. Bun K. No. I watched the rest of it. We gotta finish the rest of it. It's literally playing into a lot of black women's fears, a lot of black women's angers, and a lot of black women's angst. And that's why I did not subscribe to Antonio Speaks. We're gonna let it play. I'm not gonna say a word. Y'all just listen. Y'all know how I get down on my channel. I'm gonna let it play, and y'all just listen to what the fuck he says. Oh my God. So he goes into the aspect of this family right here, right? Because there's black people that feel as though we are being washed out by white society, right? Now, when you can talk about history, yeah, I can understand that. But as far as the interracial dating, again, my sentiment is, if they chose the other race, it was usually that they wasn't going to choose you in the first place. So let them be. But I digress. Let's play this. This is literally proving my point why this is rage bait for black women specifically, because it get clicks. It get clicks and it get views, especially on this YouTube.
I'm sorry.
I use the Patrick Mahomes theory. Patrick Mahomes' dad, dark-skinned man, get with a white woman, then create athletic kids, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. Very fair-skinned man gets with white woman, Boom. And then now look at his kids. His kids look completely white. And what are those kids more likely to align themselves with? Other white people. And so now we just took away our talent in millions of generational millions and gave it back to the white community.
Now let's move on to the white man, black woman combo.
Now
like I stated with the
Listen to
biracial
this.
mom, contrary to that, a white man will embrace the woman's blackness. Her blackness is probably what attracted him to her. So a lot of the times the white man ends up like consuming that energy. And that is why the black girlfriend effect has been trending on TikTok.
All right, we got living proof that the black wife effect is real. Travis Kelce, before, when he used to date black girls, apparently. Travis Kelce now, he dates Taylor Swift. He looked like he went from smelling like Creed to smelling like rich mahogany. He looks like the type of guy that might sit his nieces and nephews on his lap and tell them a story before bed. He looks like the type of guy that smokes a pipe and wears slippers at home.
All right,
turns into a swagged out, cool looking guy. This was just a quick video that I wanted to break down.
I was gonna let it live. But I said, let me watch the rest. It's just a nice little 3-pack of 3 minutes. Women, black women specifically, know when you are being lied to. Know what questions to ask yourself and the man that you choose to be with. This is not it. The whole beat. You could watch this. This is entertainment, but know that this is just purely entertainment. This is purely entertainment. I say entertainment, but it's like entertainment for what? Like it's literally trying to make people click because I can't believe the truth about interracial dating. Yup, that's true. That's true. Yeah, white men, when they date white women, when they date black women, they do it only because they love black women. It's only that. Usually is that. Usually. It's so many murders that I see in my head when I see the black woman, white man experience. Don't get it twisted. I do acknowledge the aspect of there's murders with black men and black women. It happens, right? But let's not act like it is also not a fetishization with black women when it comes to white men. That shit crazy. I can't believe we kind of just no nuance, no nothing. But again, this is clickbait shit, but it is what it is. All I'm gonna say is this, man. Be careful, black women. If you want to listen to anything I say, be careful of what you click on and what you digest mentally and spiritually. Because listen, black men love y'all. Black men do love y'all, okay? At an 83% rate, okay? Even with the divorce rate being as it is, we still love y'all. We still want to marry y'all. We still want to have babies with y'all. We still want to have families with y'all. I think that the sentiment of bringing up the aspect of how we fight with each other, it don't do nothing to make us fight more. It don't do nothing but make us more suspicious of each other. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta put my guard up. I think that this type of content, even my own, I may have contributed to it, because it's the aspect of, even when you know these data and these numbers, what do you do with it? You still have to make your own decision as a human being. So it's not, I promise you, a lot of shit on my channel is not to make you fearful of black women or black men. It's to let you know what exactly is going down, what's really going down in this fucking world. You know, I be pulling up statistics, data. I go to the ADOS type shit. I go to the Media Man type shit. So it's like, there's neither here nor there. Bankai. Bankai.